Joe Rogan recently criticized Jake Paul harshly after watching him get knocked down by Mike Tyson during their sparring session. Rogan's comments reflect his expectations of Jake as a weak fighter who hasn't proven himself in the ring. He suggests that Jake's fame as a YouTube sensation is his only real accomplishment, and without it, he doesn't have much to offer as a boxer.
It was good while it lasted, not gonna last much longer. You're fat, Jake.
Rogan shares Mike Tyson's sentiment that someone like Jake Paul shouldn't have dared to challenge Tyson. The reason is straightforward. Jake Paul's physique is not suitable for boxing. He's considered overweight. It's questionable whether he can effectively box in that condition. Even a child would recognize that such a body type wouldn't stand a chance against Tyson's legendary punching power from his prime days.
He's improved a lot, yes, he did improve a lot, but he's not gonna have a good night when he fights me on July 20th.
Let's consider Tyson's assessment of Jake Paul. While many acknowledge Jake Paul's improvements, it's a stretch to think he could now defeat Tyson. Rogan firmly believes that Jake Paul lacks the necessary skills to execute strategies against Tyson successfully. Essentially, Rogan sees Jake Paul as someone who talks big, but wouldn't be able to back it up against a seasoned boxer like Tyson. Can we really blame Jake Paul? He's invested so much time in YouTube that his focus might be on gaining views and attention. Perhaps challenging fighters like Tyson is just his way of attracting more followers and boosting his online presence. It's likely that Jake will capitalize on the fight by posting videos and highlights on YouTube to attract viewers. Whether he wins or loses, Jake stands to gain popularity and attention, which aligns with his strategy of leveraging his online platform for personal gain.
They say he's the baddest man on the planet, so let's find out. Apparently he's the final boss, moving up to heavyweight and continue to prove all these dumbasses wrong. That's what I do my whole entire life. Boo yourselves, boo yourselves.
Rogan was also critical of Jake's behavior during their press conference. He questioned where the respect was for Tyson, arguing that even if Jake is challenging Tyson, he should show some basic respect. Rogan felt Jake's comments were disrespectful and lacked substance, as Jake seemed to talk as if he was making valid points when, in Rogan's view, he was not.
I love the biggest challenges in the world. That's what's made my whole entire career, is taking big risks, and I want the toughest guy out there. I want the biggest fights, and making history is what I've done my whole entire career, and this is no different. Netflix, Mike Tyson, it doesn't get any bigger than this, and everyone will see July 20th. I will prove them wrong once again.
Everyone argues that Jake Paul has nothing left to prove. His abilities are already well known, and he himself acknowledges that winning the fight against Tyson is unlikely. For Jake, the historical significance of this fight is primarily about gaining attention. He understands that facing Tyson will significantly boost his fame. Even before considering a match with Tyson, Jake was already a well-known figure on YouTube. Now, the prospect of this match has the potential to elevate his popularity to unprecedented levels. The attention and recognition he could gain from such an event would be monumental, surpassing anything he has achieved before. During their press conference, something unexpected occurred. Mike Tyson punched Jake Paul in the stomach, which caught fans by surprise. Tyson isn't known for initiating fights outside the boxing ring, making this incident particularly shocking. Clearly, Tyson was furious and felt disrespected by Jake Paul's presumption that he could challenge him simply because Tyson is older now. Naturally, everyone was shocked by the incident, and my own reaction was completely astonished. It's possible that Tyson was so deeply offended by Jake Paul's disrespect that he reacted with violence and lashed out toward Jake. If I were in Tyson's shoes, I might have reacted similarly under such provocation. After Tyson punched Jake Paul, he emphasized the seriousness of the upcoming fight, urging Jake to approach it with a sense of urgency and commitment, as if his life depended on it. Tyson has been immersed in rigorous training, dedicating countless hours to preparing himself thoroughly. His goal is not just to defeat Jake, but to utterly dismantle his opponent's confidence and prove his own dominance in the ring. Tyson is intensely driven and fully focused on this fight, leaving no room for complacency. He is determined to assert his superiority and ensure there's no ambiguity about who the superior fighter is. If Jake fails to step up and perform at his best, Tyson might end up feeling let down. Tyson expects Jake to bring his absolute best, challenging him in every aspect of the fight. Anything less from Jake could leave Tyson feeling unsatisfied, as he aims to prove himself decisively in this high-stakes matchup. Tyson has made bold promises to both the fans and Jake Paul, declaring that their upcoming fight will be nothing short of a living nightmare for Jake. He has repeatedly stated that once the fight concludes, Jake will deeply regret ever daring to challenge him. Tyson exudes confidence that he will leave such a lasting impact on Jake that he will rue the day he decided to step into the ring with him. Tyson's words suggest he plans to inflict psychological and physical torment on Jake during their bout. Moreover, Tyson predicts that after their fight, Jake will think twice before ever considering another challenge against him. Tyson intends to deliver a performance that not only secures his victory, but also instills a sense of fear and respect in Jake Paul, potentially dissuading him from seeking another confrontation in the future. We're confident that Tyson will deliver on his promise to make the fight exciting. But the big question is, can Jake really be a formidable opponent for him? This is a concern voiced by Rogan, who suggests that Tyson might fare better against a different opponent if finding a new opponent for Tyson isn't possible. Rogan believes Jake should consider facing someone more evenly matched in skill and experience. I say this because Jake Paul's training regimen is nothing compared to Tyson's. While Jake might throw hard punches, that's where it ends. His dedication and passion for boxing appear lacking, which can come across as disrespectful to those boxers who dedicate themselves tirelessly to the sport, sweating and bleeding for their craft. Jake's training approach seems lackluster and unserious, contrasting sharply with the discipline and effort that defines serious boxers. On the other hand, Mike Tyson shows true dedication by consulting not just his coach, but also other professionals, and integrating cutting-edge technologies into his training regimen. Tyson's commitment extends to unconventional practices, such as reportedly consuming raw meat as part of his diet. This level of dedication sets Tyson apart as a fighter who goes above and beyond in his preparation. Comparing Jake Paul and Tyson, especially in the context of boxing, would be a disservice, given Tyson's unparalleled dedication and commitment to his craft. Tyson's willingness to adopt unconventional training methods underscores his determination to excel in the ring, making him a unique figure in the world of boxing. It's pretty hilarious how fans are getting all hyped up for this big showdown. After all, it's not every day you see a legendary fighter like Mike Tyson going up against someone like Jake Paul. During the press conference, someone boldly asked Tyson in which round he plans to knock Jake out. Tyson responded with a joke, saying he needs to attend the fight and hopes he can afford a ticket.
Mike, my only question is, what round are you going to knock him out in?
Hey, come to the fight. Hope you can afford a ticket.
Jake Paul wasn't exactly thrilled with Tyson's joke. His expression showed he was all about serious business. Without missing a beat, he quickly asked the interviewer to move on to the next question, clearly eager to shift the focus back to the matter at hand. This is exactly why Joe Rogan dislikes Jake Paul even more. Rogan sees him not only as a social climber, but also as someone who can't handle tough questions. In Rogan's opinion, Jake doesn't deserve to face Tyson in the ring. The sparring match they had was already more than enough to entertain Jake. But what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below.